Hello, good morning. We are here to rock and roll day number 3 of our challenge, the Profitable Facebook Challenge formula. Now, we have really covered so much already this week and we've only done 2 days. We're only halfway through. I've got so much more to dive in with you today. I'm going to give it just a moment while people join. If you are joining, say good morning. Tell me how you're feeling. It's lovely to see you all. I know that, to be honest, it feels like a really full week. This morning I got up and I was like, are we really only on day 3? I feel like we've done a whole week together already. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but it's an epic week and I'm really enjoying it. And I hope that you are too. I hope that you've already found some clarity, that you've moved forwards. You might actually have more questions right now than you did at the beginning, but I think that that's a good thing. It means that your awareness is growing around all of this. So as you're hopping on, it's lovely to see you. If you are on the replay, and I know that today especially there's a lot of people on the replay, do still say hello on the replay, do still type in your thoughts and everything else as we go, so you're really involved in the process, because the more involved you are, the more you retain the information, the more clarity you get, the more you move forwards, and that's what it's all about. Okay, so day 4 is all about perfectly positioning the daily content of your challenge and picking the essential ingredients to support it. I had to read that because what a long title. I was like, I could not hold that whole title in my head. So let me tell you that again. Perfectly positioning the daily content of your challenge and picking the essential ingredients to support it. So today is a big one. Yesterday, we obviously dived into the mindset a lot. Today is about doing. Today is about planning. So if you do have post-it notes, if you're a bit of a post-it note queen like me, it is worth grabbing them. You might not use them actually during this, but later on today, if you've got post-it notes hanging around, they're going to really help you with this planning process. Francesca, bonjour. Okay, you're ready. Loving my top. Thank you. Great to be here. Bring it on, Shara. Amazing. Lindsay, good morning. Magdalena, good morning. Anne-Marie, good morning, beautiful. Danielle, good morning. Karen, you're feeling fab. Just nailed my best 5K time. 5K time in 3 years. You're so fired up. Well done, Karen. That sounds awesome. Samantha, good morning. You're excited for day 3. Yay. I'm excited for day 3 as well. I think that by the end of today, we've got a lot to get through today, right? You've got quite a bit of work to do. I don't want you to get overwhelmed by it. I want you to get excited by the fact that this is really going to give you clarity. Once you've got this in place, running your challenge is going to feel so much easier, right? It's going to take out lots of the overwhelm, lots of the confusion, lots of the, oh, I just don't even know. But that means it is quite a big day. Ooh. So I hope you're ready. I hope your energy is high. I hope you've had your coffee. I hope you had a good night's sleep. And I hope you are ready to rock and roll the day. So a couple of things before we dive in. First, bits of housekeeping. Remember about the competition. Give each video a little love. Comment on each video, and of course do the daily action task to be in to win one of the awesome prizes at the end of the week. Yesterday someone asked a really good question actually. They said, Claire, when do all the worksheets have to be kind of submitted or taken photos of or shared in the group? You've actually got until Sunday night to do that. So if you are feeling like you're a little bit behind, or maybe you're juggling a million things this week, and let's be honest, we all know how that feels, take a little breath. You've got until Sunday night to actually take your photo and share it in the group. So it gives you a little bit of breathing space and a little bit of time. I want to make sure that you actually do this and you don't give up because it starts feeling too hard. So that's the first thing I wanted to share. No cake today. Why no cake, Magdalena? Every day should be a cake day, right? The second thing is make sure you have signed up for the masterclass. Just to share with you, the masterclass on Monday can hold 200 people. We've already had, yesterday afternoon I checked, it was about 4 o'clock that I checked, and we'd had 157 sign-ups, okay? So technically there's about 40-ish places left, or at least there were yesterday afternoon. So if you are going to come and join us on the free masterclass happening Monday, 10:30, it is going to be the piece that pulls all of this together and positions it in a slightly different way. So it is a game changer for you. I really, really recommend you do it. It's normally content that I only share with my paid clients. So I would definitely recommend hopping over there, clicking the link, registering for that masterclass, because it's not here in the group. It is not in the group. It's over on a Zoom webinar meeting, because I've got slides I want to show you. We're gonna rock and roll it a little bit differently. Chloe, you love Post-its. Your hubby moved all of yours off the computer. I love it. That's hilarious. Barbara, good morning. Yanni, good morning, gorgeous. Katie, yes, cakes every day. Okay, so that's the first thing. Competition, when your daily action task needs to be done for, you're okay, you've got till Sunday. Second thing, masterclass, before you sign up, be sure even that you sign up. There's only 40 places left. What else? Oh, and, oh my goodness, how could I nearly forget this? Today, at the end of today's session, we're not going to be talking about it until then, but at the end of today's session, I have got a sneak peek at something brand new, something that I'm really excited about, that I'm going to share with you at the end. We're only going to spend a few minutes on it today, because it is literally a sneak peek. Technically, I'm not revealing it until tomorrow, but if you're here until the end, it means you're going to get to see it, and you're going to get to be one of the first people who have this opportunity. So I'm going to share that with you at the very end. So, to kick off this morning, I would love you to share with me a little power affirmation. What's your affirmation for today to really step you into that go mode, put you into that place of belief, help you remember just how much magic, how much potential, how much possibility you have in your very being. So I want to know your little power affirmation for today. Maybe it's something as simple as, I am doing this, I am magic, I have got this, I am a challenge queen. Remember on the first day we talked about, are you a challenge virgin or a challenge queen? Well, maybe you're becoming a challenge queen, maybe you're ready to don your crown for your first challenge moving forwards. Maybe you feel more ready to get out there and sell to your audience. Maybe you've had that little injection of self-belief, or that of self-confidence, or actually, yes, I'm going to do this. So I would love you to actually type in for me your little power affirmation for this morning. What is it for today? Sonia, hello, gorgeous. So Shara's is take action today. Boom. Belinda's is get it done. Is I believe in myself and have limitless value. Gorgeous. Nikki, I am a boss mommy. Love it, Nikki. Louise, I'm ready to rocket my business. Boom, Louise. Awesome to hear. Lindsay, I am limitless. I've got to sing that one. Can't help it. That's gorgeous. Magdalena, I tick off to do. Oh, hang on. They're all moving too fast. To do things from my list in a blink of an eye. Boom. I love it. Samantha, I talk and make connections with my soul clients. Already started on the school run. Feeling more approachable. Well done, Samantha. Anna, I've got this. Chloe, I can create the business I desire. You absolutely can, gorgeous. Laura, I can do it. There is nothing that will stop me from now on. Yes, Laura. Are you loving these power affirmations? Doesn't it just lift you into that place of possibility? And when we're in that place of possibility, ideas pour in. When we're in that place of possibility, action is so much more effortless. Like, this is the place that we want to start our day from every single day, because this is the place that you can get into that flow. So instead of struggling and being in that kind of, oh, I've got to do this, and how am I going to do this, and will it work kind of energy, when we step into this energy, when we step into these beliefs, we become unstoppable. And it makes a huge difference to actually how productive we are in our business on a daily basis, and also how powerful we are in the work that we're doing. Kirsty, I have a sweatshirt with somewhat fearless on it. That's often my mantra. I love it, Kirsty. Fear will not stop me. I've got this. I believe in myself. Loving all of these. Viviana, I love doing challenges. Boom. Karen, I use my conscious intention to attract ideal clients with ease. Beautiful. Just do it, Francesca. That's okay if you haven't got the task done. Don't worry. You've got time. You have got time. It is all okay. Yanni, you're really behind with work. Don't worry. Like, this is actually one of the things that I teach in my program. So I know during challenge week, it's pretty intense. intense, right? It's like boom, 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 because I really want to help you move forwards. But actually, I'm a big believer that we all have our own journeys and we all go our own speeds. So when people actually work with me in my masterminds and in my academies or one-to-one, it's about us really finding your natural speed from a place of working smarter, not harder. So the first thing I would say is do not put pressure on yourself. Instead, feel really freaking proud of yourself for how much you have shown up this week, because you're here. You're already way ahead of the game of all those people who can't be bothered, right? So you are already so much far ahead of other people. So you should actually feel incredibly proud of yourself. Even if you feel a little bit behind, even if you haven't done the tasks, all of those things, actually look at what you have done and be like, hell yes. I am owning this. Right, Sonia, I know I'm gonna get it. You are my soul help. Mwah. Right, okay, so diving into today, where have we got to? I've lost my point. Right, so what we've covered so far, we've covered 4 points so far, okay? Point 1 was we picked the perfect challenge. We picked the perfect challenge for your soul clients and for you to deliver. Point 2, we looked at the pain points and desires of your soul clients. What is the problem that they're currently having? What is it that they really want? Point 3 is that we looked at changing the mindset of your soul clients, but also your mindset, so you can get out there and you can do this, so you can step into your business, so you can step into your business in a bigger way, so you can see what's available to you, so you can start really believing that you can do this. I just want to share something with you. This week, actually, the other day on the call, I was on a group call with some of my clients, and there was someone I started working with at the beginning of the year. And at the beginning of the year, she didn't have a business, so it was a brand new business. And last month, she hit her first 14k month, £14,000 in a month. And I tell you what, when we started working together in January, she was like, oh, if I could just do 2k, 3k a month, that would be amazing. And it's like, look how far you've come, woman. And that's consistent, by the way, because it's from a membership, so it's 14k every month and growing. Isn't that amazing? But I think that so often we put ourselves in a box and we think, oh, I'll never be able to do that. And the truth is, you can, because those people who are earning that money, the difference between them and the people who are struggling is that they chose to believe. They chose to step into that place of going, I might have fears, I might have doubt, I might have all these kind of things coming up, but you know what? Deep in my soul, I believe that I can do this. And the truth is, every single person can do this. I thought that I was a person who couldn't do this. I used to think the idea of having a 6-figure business, let alone a multiple 6-figure business, was like just not totally out of reach. Like, I used to look at my business and think, if I could just hit 2k a month, that would be amazing. Like, I prayed to hit 2k a month every month at one point. I was like, that's what, if I could just please God, let me hit 2k this month, let me like bring in enough money to pay the bills and do this and do that. And you know, if I can do it, you can do it too. That's what I want to share with you. I was that person at one point in my business who was struggling to make a few £100, let alone £1,000, let alone 5k, 10k, 14k, 20k, whatever it might be. So choose to believe in the possibility. So we looked at your mindset around that. Sorry, got pulled off track a little bit there. We looked at your mindset around that, and we looked at your client's mindset. We looked at what they needed to believe to be ready to change. So that was point number 3 that we looked at. And then point number 4 that we looked at finally yesterday was adding in the magic of you giving yourself permission to be all of you when you run your lives, when you're visible, when you share your content, when you talk to your soul clients, recognizing that you are the magic, you are the difference. And the more that you give yourself permission to be you, the more you will absolutely attract in your soul clients, because we don't want to be vanilla, remember? We don't want to be vanilla and just like blah for everyone. We want to be 100% ourselves, so our soul clients go, yes, this is the person I want to work with. This is a person who can help me. And those people who are not aligned will be like, yeah, no, she's not for me. But that's fine. We don't need to be for everyone. There are plenty of people out there in the world for us to help. More than enough soul clients that then we can ever actually support, work with, sell to, right? So I want you to remember to be in that place of abundance when it comes to clients and it comes to potential, not scarcity. Good morning, Jenna. Okay, so that's what we've looked at today so far. Yes, today. That would have been a lot to do today. It feels like that sometimes, doesn't it? Today, I have tweaked the content slightly. So if you saw the little message that pinged out to people earlier today, and we start going into today's content, you might think, Claire, that's not what you said you were going to do. And no, it's not. I had a bit of a rethink and I decided to change our journey through today's content because I thought it would give you a bit more clarity. So, key number 5, and you might notice we haven't done key number 4. We're going to do that tomorrow. So key number 5 is setting the stepping stones clearly to move your client forward. What does that really mean? It means starting to plan the daily content of your challenge. Where is the start point of your soul client and where do you want to get them to by the end of your challenge? And here's something that I really want to hit home with you. During your challenge, you're not trying to completely create the solution, right? It's too much. You can't possibly do all of it in a free challenge. What you are aiming to do is you are aiming to show your soul client the possibility, what is available for them if they choose to say yes to working with you, to making that difference. And it's about you helping them get unstuck and moving them 1 step, 2 step, 3 steps forward, right? So this isn't about putting huge pressure on yourself and thinking, oh my goodness, during this challenge, I need to solve this problem for my soul client, because the chances are it's too much to do that. What you want to be doing is just move them a few steps forward, get them unstuck and help them to see the possibility of what's available if they keep going. Does that make sense? Give me a little love heart if you're with me and you're understanding what I mean there. And so that's the case no matter what you're selling, whether you're selling a service at the end of your challenge or whether you're selling a product at the end of your challenge. So let's say, for example, you sell maternity clothes, right? And your ideal client has reached that point in their pregnancy where they need maternity clothes and they're a bit like, oh God, where do I start? And I can't find anything. Everything's uncomfortable or this or that. I remember hating maternity clothes when I was pregnant. And so maybe they're just like stuck. They're like, I know I need to start buying some maternity clothes, but I don't know where to start and I feel all funny about it and whatever else might be going on. Well, during that challenge, at the end of the challenge, your aim isn't for your soul client to have a wardrobe full of maternity clothes and be like, yes, problem solved. What you want to do during that challenge is take that client through these points of helping them figure out, well, what kind of maternity clothes do they want to be buying? What's the kind of capsule wardrobe that would suit them? And how are you the person to help them get those wardrobe pieces so that they can start feeling fabulous during their pregnancy? Does that make sense? That's the shift that you're trying to make. If you're selling makeup, let's say your ideal client is putting on makeup and it's making them look older rather than better. And so you want to help show them during that challenge how to apply the makeup so that actually they look younger when they're about to go out as opposed to older when they put on their makeup. So it's not about them having like the makeup bag with all the things in and all the tips by the end of the challenge. It's about moving them forward, helping them, give them a couple of little tips so that then they can come to you and say, actually, I need these makeup things and I'd love a bit more help with this. Does this make sense? So it's not about completely solving the problem. It's about getting them to a place where they've started to move forwards, they feel unstuck, and they feel excited about the possibility of what awaits them. So let's use this as an example, right? We're only 2 days into this challenge. We're only halfway through this challenge. I'd like you to tell me in the comments, do you believe, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you believe you've moved forwards? Like, have you already got value from this challenge? Do you feel like you've already got unstuck? Do you feel like you've already got more clarity? Do you feel like you've started to move forwards? Do you feel like you've got a little bit more belief or a little bit more excitement, or even just one thing that you can take away and implement to start growing your business? Like, just give me like a yes in the comments, or a absolutely, or a this much, or like give me some feedback around this so I can see it, because that's going to help everyone else understand this as well. Lucy, oh my God, yes. Okay, gorgeous. That's what I like to hear. Tiffany, like a 6. Amazing, right? Because we're only on day 2, which is fantastic. What else? Yes, Louise, awesome to hear. What else have we got? Yes, lots of value, Karen. And so what I hope you can see is I want you to start thinking about the fact that, well, look what we've created in 2 days. Imagine if you were actually to say, right, Claire, I am ready to do this. I'm ready to work with you. Imagine what we could do in 4 months in your business. Imagine that transformation. Imagine these 2 dates, 2 hours. We've had 2 hours together, that's all. And I think lots of you will probably be feeling in a much better space. You've probably got a million ideas running around your head. You might feel a little bit overwhelmed, which is probably, you know, understandable considering the amount of content I've shared with you. But imagine if we actually then worked together for 4 months, the transformations that you could create in your business by having that support. Instead of just this little 2 hours, 4 months support. And that's what I want to help people to see. And that's what you want to help your soul clients to see, right? That, wow, if I could do this during this challenge, look at what is actually possible for me in the big picture. A little bit like I talked about one of my clients this week who's just had her first 14K month, right? Well, when she came into the challenge with me back in, I think it was January or December, like she was at the point where she was like, is it possible for me to start this business? That's where she was at. She did the challenge. She was like, I think this is possible. I can see that people want this. And she went from there to having this 14K a month, right? Continuously every month. So it's about starting to see what's available for you, for your client to see what's available for them. Is this making sense? You're busy processing my words and taking on the self-worth and starting to believe what's possible to achieve. Boom, absolutely perfect. That's what we want it to be, right? Jenna, I thought I was getting this. I got past 2 days, but now I'm stuck. I thought it was a challenge for me to do, let me have a look, to do a free challenge for my potential soul clients. Yes, it is. I totally get how you can do what you're saying in a service business, but I'm stuck for a product-based business. Did you just hear my 2 examples, Jenna? 2 examples. They're both product-based businesses, maternity dresses, makeup. So it absolutely, it's really easy to create challenges that help move your soul client forward from the problem to the solution. So let's say your soul client is going, I've got to buy all these Christmas presents, and you sell gifts. And your soul client is going, oh my goodness, like where do I even start? I don't want to go out shopping because of, you know, everything happening out there at the moment. Where do I start with this? Well, maybe you run a 5-day challenge about how to pick the perfect gifts for your family. And at the end of that challenge, they're ready. They've got those ideas. They've created their lists. They've thought about what they want to get everyone. And at the end of the challenge, like afterwards, once you then go into the sale, then they go, oh, wow, I can buy these from you. So yes, let me put this order in through your website or whatever you've got. Boom, amazing. Now I'm sorted. So it's not the challenge that they, during the challenge, it's getting them to that place of clarity, getting them to that place of like, right, wow, now I can see something different and now I've started to move forwards. Barbara, at the moment I can see challenges working for one side of your business, but not the other. Personalized, hold on, let me have a look. Personalized clothing and products and memory tellers. So again, it's about tapping into like what is it your soul clients want for that personalized clothing and products and things, and helping them see the possibility. So each day the challenge could be something different people can do with these things. Like how can they use them as gifts, as like beautiful memories, as all these kind of different things. Yes, it does make it easier if you choose one product, but it could also be lots of products if you know, you could actually bundle them together if that felt good. It's amazing. You've opened up a wonderful path for you to follow. Gorgeous, Sonia. That's perfect. I love to hear that. I think Jenna was saying she doesn't know how to implement the challenge for product-based clients. Yes, but that's what I've just shared, right? So I think we're on the same page, right? Claire, would you feel running a challenge for November to result in a membership is a bad thing with Christmas? Or should I wait? No, you can absolutely 100% run a challenge in November. There's really no bad time. Maybe Christmas Day and maybe Boxing Day and things like that might not be the greatest days to be running challenges, but actually I've run challenges at all kinds of different times. I've ran challenges in December and they can really be incredibly powerful. So don't get too caught up with the when. Right, so on that note, just to recap, we don't want to totally solve the client's problems during the challenge. We want to get them unstuck, move them forward, give them some clarity, and get them excited about the possibility of the thing that you're going to sell, right? Got that? So the kind of checkpoints, the 4-step transformation you're creating during your challenge is this. Transformation 1, start moving them forwards. Transformation 2, help them see the potential. Transformation 3, get them ready to change and inspired about changing. We obviously talked about that yesterday. And transformation 4, allow them to really see you so they know that you are the person to help them, okay? Allow them to really see you so they know you are the perfect person to help them. So those are the 4 things that I want you to be thinking about in terms of the transformation you're holding during the challenge as you deliver it. Okay, are you with me? So once you're clear on that, we want to start breaking it down and planning what you actually teach, what you actually share during each day of your challenge. Okay, so do you feel like you're ready to start diving into the actual content and the actual journey that you're taking your clients through on this challenge? Now, I just want to share this briefly because I can see that there's various questions coming up about what about this for me and what about this for me and what about this for me. So what I'm going to be doing is, before this week is out, I'm going to be doing an extra Q&A session where then's the time to really answer all your individual questions, right? Because I want to make sure that I go through the content with you during this, and then during the Q&A sessions, I can answer your individual questions about, Claire, should I this? Claire, should I that? Claire, will this work for me? Claire, will that work for me? Okay? So I really want to stay focused on the teaching part so that you can all then implement this, do the homework, have that clarity and feel like you're moving forward. Sean, you're putting those in for me. Thank you. That's gorgeous. That's super helpful. Beautiful. Perfect. Right. So are you ready? Just take a deep breath, everyone, because I feel like everyone's a bit scattered this morning. I just want to close your eyes, take a deep breath. I want you to call your energy back into you. I want you to become aware of where you might have some energetic leaks today. So perhaps you're hop and skipping into the future and your ego brain is going crazy about all the what ifs and the hows. If that's the case, I just want you to bring your awareness back into the now and trust that it will become clear as we go through this journey, one step at a time. It could be that you've got other distractions around you. And again, I just want you to be aware of that and let it go. And instead bring your awareness back to you. To be present right now. To be thinking about this challenge that you're creating. To be thinking about the lives that you're going to be transforming, the people that you're going to be helping, the visibility, the impact, the growth of your business as you go through this process. Remembering that you get to do it your way. Remembering that it can be as easy as you choose it to be. Remembering that every time you run a challenge, you'll be able to make it a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. It's that thing of done is better than perfect. So if right now you're feeling a bit pulled apart and a little bit like, whoa, my mind is racing, I've got a million things in my head, I want you to come back to the now and trust that we can only go one step at a time on this journey, one stepping stone at a time. If you start trying to leap ahead, you'll potentially slip, you'll fall in the water, you'll get wet. It won't be much fun. So let's just really be purposeful about where we're putting our focus. Stay in that place of trust and stay in that place of remembering that this is a journey. It's not about absolutely nailing all of it right now, because in some ways that's impossible. You grow as you go, and done is better than perfect. So this is about, for the first time, pulling this all together. And we're doing a lot this week. So I also want you to be filled with gratitude for what you are learning and for where you are moving forwards. And even if you just take one small thing from this, remembering that that is going to move you forwards. Okay, so now with that focus, with that clarity, remembering that you have got this, girl, and I know that you can do this, let's start looking at the content and the journey that you actually take them on. Ready? Boom! Okay, so step one. Your brain was working overtime. Francesca, I don't think you're the only person whose brain suddenly went. I think a few people did. So it's just when that happens, it's really important to remember. Firstly, it's okay that happened. Be aware, come back to the now, have a mini reset. Okay, now I'm ready to go. So step one is to get clear on what we call point A. And point A is, how is your soul client feeling before they begin your challenge? How is your soul client feeling before they begin your challenge? Let me give you some examples for that. So in this challenge that I'm running now, my soul client was probably thinking, I really want to grow my business. I really want my income to increase. I really want to be making more money by Christmas. With all the uncertainty that's in the world right now, how can I really embrace this online business so that actually I don't just survive it, I actually thrive it? How can I attract more clients to me? How can I sell more without being salesy? How can I get past my blocks? How can I get past my procrastination? How can I get past my overwhelm? They're all potential things that you, as my soul clients, were thinking at point A of this challenge before we actually began. So I want you to get clear on the point A of your soul client. How is your soul client feeling before they begin that challenge with you? What is going around their heads? So let's say, for example, it's a mum that's feeling frazzled and you're like a mindset coach for mums. Maybe that mum is feeling super stressed about everything happening in the world. Maybe she's really worried. Maybe she's still got kids who are off school or schools that are shut. Maybe she's trying to work from home and she literally feels like she's juggling a million things and can't cope. So what is she searching for? What does she want right now? How is your challenge going to really help her? That's your point A. Maybe your point A is the example I've already given, like, oh my goodness, it's coming up to Christmas. Maybe you sell gifts and your soul client is going, oh my goodness, like I've got to start thinking about Christmas and got to start buying gifts, but I don't want to be going out to the shops and buying these things. Like, what am I going to buy for everyone this year? That's certainly a problem I have every year. And where am I going to get these from? So that might be the point A of your soul client. Let's say you sell children's books. Right? Maybe your point A of your soul client is the mum who's going, oh my goodness, like my children are so far behind because of all this whole homeschooling. They're not really enjoying the books at school. Maybe they've gone back to school and they love being back with their friends, but they're just not getting back into reading or whatever. I really need to help my soul client. Like, so that soul client is going, how can I help my child get excited about reading again? Okay, so I want you to think about point A for your soul client. And I want you to type it in. So those of you who feel like you know your point A for your soul client, before they start your challenge, what is it? And basically, this is the thing they're worrying about. This is their problem. This is what they're searching for answers to. So what is the point A of your soul client? Let's say your soul client hasn't been exercising. Maybe they used to go to the gym quite regularly. Their gym closed during COVID. They haven't gone back to the gym and they're thinking, oh my goodness, like I haven't exercised for months. My body's not feeling like as it should. I'm feeling stiff and tired and achy, and how am I going to change this? So I want you to really think, what is it? Belinda, you're finding it hard to grasp how I would run a challenge for Christmas gifts. Didn't I just give that example? So you can run a challenge for Christmas gifts by showing them every day. Maybe you run a 5-day challenge and you go, gifts for grandma, day 1, gifts for granddad, day 2, gifts for dad, day 3, gifts for children, day 4, gifts for babies, day 5. I'm going to show you lots of different gifts for each day, and how do you choose the perfect gift for your grandma? How do you choose the perfect gift for your granddad? So you could basically break it down into that, how to choose the perfect gift, and here are some options available. Like, it could be as simple as that. It does not need to be difficult. Claire, women feeling stressed, overwhelmed and anxious, time management, juggling. Boom. Hold on, I've lost some of this. How can I make beautiful cars like the ones I see on Pinterest? Boom, brilliant, Barbara. Time management and work-life balance, Maria. Yes, so they're juggling all the things. It's like, oh my goodness, this is so hard. Izzy, aches and pains, lack of energy, finding it hard to get up in the morning. Perfect. Guilty about using disposable nappies, but overwhelmed at the thought of the extra work. God, I remember that, Laura. It was a few years ago now, but I remember that. Yes, exactly. What else have we got here? Dull aging skin. Perfect, Louise. They're overwhelmed with their business and don't have a goal. Absolutely. Perfect, Lucy. Anna, stressed out and want more energy. Also overwhelmed. Yes, perfect, Anna. Yes, Belinda, it's that simple. You're overthinking it. Exactly. You're making it more complicated than it needs to be. And that's what we do sometimes, right? We make it more complicated than it needs to be. Keep it simple. Magdalena, my eyelids have too much skin. There's no makeup which can quickly make me look younger. I love it. Yes. Val's self-doubting themselves, feeling stuck. Yes, they're feeling stuck in their online business. They're not enjoying the cold marketing methods. Yes. Perfect. Nikki, my soul client is a stay-home mum. She's now worried she can't afford Christmas for her children. Beautiful, Nikki. Brilliant. Samantha, no time to themselves. Bottom of the list, stressed, frustrated, that they're never going to get better. Yes, all of that's perfect. Shara, a burning desire to become an author, keen to share their experience with the world. Perfect. Jenna, confusion and fear, worried about shopping during the pandemic. Absolutely, boom. Lack of confidence, Latin Mercury. So yes, you've got it. You've got it. You've all got it. You've got your point A. Well done. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so this is your point A. Be clear on your point A. Now we want to know, what is your point B? So your point B is not the total problem solved. It's not them buying it and doing it all that. It's where do you want them to be by the end of your challenge? Point B is where do you want them to be by the end of your challenge? So, for example, it might be, I want them to have a strategy and I want them to feel excited about going and doing that strategy. So let me tell you my point B for you for this challenge. I want you to actually know the technical aspects of what do I need to be doing to run a challenge. I want you to have planned out the bare bones of your challenge. And most importantly, I want you to feel excited about the possibility of how you can grow your business by using a challenge, or even just taking little snippets of what we've done and feeling more excited to get out there and grow your business, to sell more, to be more you, to be more visible, knowing that you can absolutely do this and you can absolutely 100% create your dream business. So at the end, I couldn't possibly expect you all to have already delivered your challenge, to have done a challenge and earned your 5K, 10K, 20K, whatever it might be off the back of it, right? That's too much for a week. But what I can do is make sure that you have some clarity on what you'll do, how you'll do it, the key points, and feel ready and excited about what you can create in your business by doing it. Does that make sense? So what is the point B? What is the point B for your soul clients? Where do you want your soul clients to be by the end of the challenge that you're going to deliver for them? So for example, oh wow, I've seen this, I now see the potential of doing yoga at home as a daily practice to keep me feeling fit and strong and supple, right? Point B could be, wow, I've now got my Christmas list. I know what I'm buying for everyone, and all I need to do is actually go and buy it now. And I'm going to buy it from this incredible woman who's taken me through this challenge. Your point B might be, oh my goodness, I now believe that I can learn French. Like, they might not know the French yet, but they're like, wow, I can see that by going through this process, by learning in this way, I'm going to be able to speak French in the future. So I'm ready to do that now. Okay, let me see what you're popping up. Where's that gone? Hey, lost it. Val. Oh, hang on, they keep moving us. Val, I want them to believe that they can become the most confident version of themselves and feel excited for the life they will create with this rock of solid self-confidence. Beautiful. Belinda, products they can buy and for who? Absolutely. Sorry, they keep moving as I'm trying to read it. For your clients to feel easier about Christmas, great. Claire, clarity on what they need to focus on. Smart goals, boom, Claire, brilliant. Samantha, starting to see an improvement in their arts and certain techniques that they can then practice on their own. Gorgeous, Samantha, that's perfect. La, to have awareness of the people around them, hold on, and feel hope and be empowered. Absolutely. Sorry, they're moving so I can't see them all. To feel confident, to trust that you can help them, to believe that their fitness and nutrition program will work for them. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so you've got this. To realize there's affordable skincare that will help them look amazing. Perfect. Have a structure for understanding and assessing what's holding them back from stepping into their mission. To relax, knowing that they have the perfect cake they want. Gorgeous. Oh, you've got it. Right, you've got it. So we've got point A, we've got point B. Where your client is starting from, how they're feeling at the beginning, how you want them to feel at the end. So our next step 2 is brainstorm. What are all the different things that you can share with them, that you can teach them, that you can show them during that challenge? And at this point, don't worry too much. Like, this is just a brain splat on the page. This is all the possible things you could do to move them from point A to point B. What are all the things that you could possibly do to move them from point A to point B? So this is just a brainstorm, and I don't necessarily expect you to do it now, but I want you to start thinking, okay, what might some of those things be? So for example, when I was planning this for you, I'm thinking, right, they need to have that self-belief that they can do this. That's really important. They need to know what their challenge is going to be about. I want to teach them that. They need to know how they're going to actually deliver their challenge and what the step-by-step process is for that challenge. They need to decide how they want to show up and start doing that in the bigger way. They need to get past their blocks about going live. All these different things, these are all different ideas I would be noting down in my brainstorm, and the chances are you might come up with lots, right? You might have like 20-30 things from there. That's fine. You don't have to do all of them. Right? So your step 2 is a brainstorm, and I'd like you to do that later on today. What are all the potential things that you're going to do with your client to take them from point A to point B? And then we want to start simplifying it, breaking it down. When you look at your brainstorm, okay, what are just a few key things here that's going to make the difference, that's going to actually get my soul client from point A to point B? Are you with me? Give me a little love heart. Give me a little, yes, Claire, I'm with you. So before we carry on, because I don't want to go too fast, I don't want to throw too much at you, because I know that today is a big day. So give me a little, yes, I'm with you. Da, 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 da. So your step 2 is basically brainstorm all the different things you could do, not that you have to do, to take them from point A to point B. And then we're going to simplify it, and we're going to start choosing, okay, what are the key things here? So the way that I do it on a brainstorm is I write them all down, and then I just circle or highlight the ones I think actually I'd like to teach that. Now, there's one thing I want to share with you here before we go any further. And that is, there might be some things that you would love to share with them and you would love to teach them, but you know it's too much for that time period of a free challenge. So let me give you some examples. One of the things I teach the women that I work with is how to do Facebook ads, right? So I will actually teach my clients how to do Facebook ads as a way to continue growing their business. They don't have to use them, but I teach it to them so they know how to do it if they want to. There's no way that during this challenge this week, I can start teaching you how to do Facebook ads, because it's too big, right? It needs to be actually in my academy, in my mastermind, that I teach that so I can take you through the process properly. So that's an example of something I could teach. It's something that helps someone get from point A to point B, but it's just too big a thing to tackle during the challenge. And you might have things like that as well, right? You might have things that you would like to teach people or like to talk about, but you know that that's too big to start diving into during a challenge. Park that. That's something that you teach during your program, or that's something that you share when people are working with you, okay? Another example is I will do deep inner work with my clients. So I know that mindset is key, alignment is key to helping you actually get the action, to shifting your identity so that you see yourself as the woman with a super successful business, right? Now, I can do a little bit of mindset work here like we did yesterday, which is awesome and which is definitely going to help you. But it's not until I'm actually working with my clients that I can go much deeper, and we can do the work that really does create transformation. So again, that's another thing that I would love to do with you here, but I can just do in a small way. The bigger stuff has to wait for when we're actually working together. Is that making sense? So as you do your brainstorm, you'll recognize that some of these things might be too big to actually deal with in your challenge, and they're the kind of things that just have to be parked and a part of the experience that people get when they work with you or when they buy from you. Okay, so we've done step 1, which was your point A, point B. We've done step 2, which was your brainstorm. Step 3, are you ready for this? We're going to start creating your pillars and your buckets. What are your pillars? What are your buckets? You might be asking me, has she started speaking a different language? No, not speaking a different language. We're here, we're talking about pillars and buckets, and I'm going to explain exactly what I mean by that. And this is where your post-it notes are going to come in really handy, right? So a pillar, you might want to write this down. A pillar is your focus for the day. So my pillar for today's challenge with you, if you remember, let me find it, was perfectly positioning the daily content. Perfectly positioning the daily content. So your pillar is like the title, the big thing that you're focusing on that day of the challenge. So pillar. Your bucket sits underneath your pillar, and it's the different things that sit beneath that. So if I'm teaching you how to create the daily content in my bucket, I'm sharing things like your pillars and your buckets. I'm sharing things like the transformation. I'm sharing things like finding point A and point B. So they're all the smaller things that sit beneath your pillar in your bucket. So I'm going to show you, we're going to have a little not art attack, what was it, Blue Peter moment here. Here's one I created earlier. Those of you who like sticky notes and cutting and planning are going to love this bit, right? Those of you who don't, scribble it out on a piece of paper. It doesn't need to look like this. So, ta-da! Here's one I created earlier. I know that the writing will be back to front, but here's how I plan it, right? I'd be like, right, this is the focus of my challenge. This is what my challenge is about. We did this day 1. This is my point A on one side. This is my point B on the other side. And then my pink little post-it notes, these are each day of my pillars. So this is pillar 1, day 1 pillar, day 2 pillar, day 3 pillar. Oops, oh no, I've lost the day 3 pillar. Hang on. Day 4 pillar, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna, from your brainstorm, you're gonna go, okay, what are my pillars for each day? Day 1 pillar is this, day 2 pillar is this, day 3 pillar is this, day 4 pillar is this. It might be that your challenge is only 2 days or 3 days. Don't go more than 5 days. More than 5 days is too much. My Blue Peter sticky is exactly Judy. Judy. So that's your first thing. Do you feel like you can go and create your pink pillars, which are your key things, the key content that you're sharing each day? Your buckets, these are my blue buckets. So beneath my pillar for day 1, I've got my bucket. What goes in the bucket? So if I'm teaching this, if for example, I'm talking about perfect gifts for grandma on day 1, what are all the things that are in the bucket? I might talk about how do you find the right gift for your grandma? I might talk about outdoor gifts, indoor gifts, craft gifts, something else gifts, I don't know, but they might be my different things in my bucket, the different things that I talk about within day 1. Are you with me? Because I haven't taught this like this before in this kind of format. It's normally in programs, and I want to make sure you're with me because it's obviously a little bit different doing this in a live with you as part of this whole week, and I know that I'm giving you a lot of information. So stay with me. Are you with me? Have you got this? Have you got your pillars? Have you got your buckets, right? So we've got our plan, we've got our title, point A, point B, our pillars for each day, our buckets for each day, and then you might be thinking, but Claire, what are those little green post-it notes hiding underneath it? Shall I tell you? The green post-it notes are the daily actions that you might be getting your soul clients to take. So helpful, Anne-Marie. That's really good to hear because I was a little bit worried about overwhelming all of you with this. I was a little bit like, is this doable during a challenge or am I giving them way too much to chew? So yeah, the green ones are the action tasks. So you've all been given an action task every day as part of this challenge so that you move forwards. So what are the action tasks that you want to give to your soul clients during each day of your challenge? So let's continue around the gifts for grandma. Maybe your daily task for day one is, okay, fill in your perfect gift for grandma form, and you just give them like a little thing that they fill in and they go, gift ideas for grandma, gift 1 idea, gift 2 idea, gift 3 idea. Like that's it. That could be their action task for day one. So you can keep it really simple. Judy, you love it. It's so low tech and refreshing. I love paper. I'm like I still have a paper diary. I love Post-it notes. I like the whole touchy feely, let me do all of this rather than it all always being on a computer. And I find this is the kind of thing that I find so helpful to then have on my wall and be like, boom, it's there, I'm clear. And this is the kind of thing that actually, let's be honest, a lot of people won't go into this detail during a challenge. But when I say, I actually want to really move you forward this week, I actually really want to help you, I mean that. This is not just a challenge to go, you've got to sell my thing. Yes, I want you to buy my thing at the end because you're going to freaking love it. However, even if you don't do that, I want you to move forwards. I want you to get results. I want to see your business grow. I believe that as women, it is our responsibility to step up and empower ourselves financially. We need to be the generation that goes, we have got this. We are empowered. We can build our own businesses. We can make a difference in the world. We can support our families. We can make sure that our cup is so full that we can then go out there and start changing the world to the way that we want it to be. So instead of seeing the poverty and the pain and all the horrible things that are going on around the world, you can be in a place from your business that you can actually start making a difference, that you can start charities, that you can support charities, that you can put money here and help people there. You can do all these things that you probably feel so passionate about, right? I don't know about you, but I watch the news sometimes, not that often because it puts me down big time. But I'll watch the news and I'm like, oh my goodness, like we need to change these things. We can't just sit back and watch. Well, guess what? Your ticket to really making a difference is financial empowerment. You growing your business, you having the resources to look after yourself, to look after your family, and then to make that bigger difference in the world. It's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? It starts with you, it then shifts to your family, and it then shifts to the bigger wide world. And that, I believe, is what we all need to be doing because we need to start looking after this planet. Rave. Like, sorry, rave time. Maybe while I've been rant time, even while I've been ranting, it's given you time to start getting clear on your pillars and your buckets and your everything else. But I feel really passionate about this, right? So that's why I'm giving you so much joy this week. I want to see you getting results. I want to see your businesses growing. We need more women running more incredible businesses all over this planet. So, have you got any questions about this right now? Have you got any questions about this? Are you clear? Do you feel like you can go and plan your pillars and your buckets? Who's excited actually to go and get out the Post-it notes and start planning their pillars and their buckets? Because I think you'll probably have quite a lot of fun with this. And remember the rule, done is better than perfect. You do not need to get this perfect now. It's about making a start. And the thing that I love about Post-it notes, right, is that you can switch this around. Oh, change my idea about that one, pull that one off, stick on another one. Actually, the order of that needs switching. Let's just swap them around, right? So that's what's so brilliant about this and why I love doing it on Post-it notes, because you can, oops, hang on. You can switch them, you can move them around, you can play with different types, all of that kind of thing. Louise, you're not sure what you'd put in the green buckets for skincare. Maybe you get them to actually do something, right? We all know that who's been in that place where you've gone and bought new products and then they sit on your shelf and you just don't use them because you never have time. So maybe you give them a daily task each day around skincare. Maybe day one, they have to, like a bit of self-care type thing, right? Maybe day one, they need to actually make sure they take off their makeup before they go to bed at night. How many women do we know who don't do that? Maybe day two is they actually, you know, do a make-at-home facial scrub that they try just to see the impact and how much better their skin looks. Then you say, well, imagine now if you use this one that's jam-packed with all these gorgeous ingredients. So that could be an example. Laura, yeah, gorgeous. You never thought you would be excited about buckets. Not that clear as a cake business. So Vanessa, think about, so people buy cakes from you, is that right, Vanessa? So I think it's about planning the perfect cake. So if it's a birthday cake, if it's a special occasion cake, those buckets could be things like, find out from the person who's going to get this cake whether they like, what favourite flavour of cake they have, for example. Find out from the person who's going to have this cake what their favourite flavour of icing is, for example. Like, it could be things about like gaining information that's going to mean that person really gets a cake that they love at the end of it. So Nikki, so if I'm doing my pillars and buckets, hang on, let me see if I can see this. Pink, recruits. Blue, single mums worried about Christmas credit card worries. Green, where they shop for Christmas and who they, hang on, that feels a bit confusing, Nikki. Pink, no, I would focus on one part of your business at a time. So don't be trying to do all three at once, right? Don't be trying to, so I'm guessing you've got like a network marketing business. And you're thinking about recruiting people and selling products. Is that right? Think about one thing at a time. Either focus on selling the products or think about recruiting people. So your whole challenge is based about for just one end result, as opposed to try and do both. Otherwise it's too much. I think that's what you're saying in that comment. If I've got it wrong, I apologize. It's buckets equals bullet points. Yeah, absolutely. Put them down as bullet points for sure. I would definitely put them down as bullet points. Okay, themes and flavors, absolutely. I'm the same with your birds. Okay, so I think you're getting this right, and I think as you see everyone else sharing today's task, it's going to give you ideas as well. It's going to inspire you. And remember, this is just a starting point. Even if you just have a couple of little bits of ideas, like a couple of bullet points on your page, it started to move you forwards, right? And that's what I want you to really think about. So let me do a quick time check so I can see what else I can share with you today. Ooh, we're nearly 11:30. So I'm not going to go into the next key today because I think that you've got a lot to do. However, here's step 4 of this process. Step 4 is keep it simple. Keep it as simple as possible. Ask yourself, am I trying to teach too much in this challenge? The obvious answer is normally the answer that you don't see. So a little bit like the example we gave earlier about like Christmas presents, grandma, granddad, whoever, our brains quite often go to the really complicated thing because it feels like it should be harder than that. Keep it really simple. Just remember, what is it that your soul client is looking for? How can you help them join your challenge? And just because this challenge that you're doing with me is a lot of content, your challenge might be little tiny drips and drops of content. It's not necessarily a lot, right? It could be just a short snippet of something every single day. It might not even be live videos. And that's something, yeah, I was going to do, let's dive into it quickly today. Actually tell me, do you want to carry on? Do you want to do key 6? Or do you want us to wait for tomorrow? Give me a little carry on or hold it. Carry on or hold it. Because I was going to do key 6 for you today because it's going to help you and it's not going to take very long. It's probably another 5 minutes. Are you all okay for 5 more minutes? Oh, and then I haven't even shared the exciting thing yet that I've got to share. Okay, tell me, carry on, 5 more minutes, or let's hold it for tomorrow. Where are you at? Tell me someone. Francesca, keep it simple is my mantra. Carry on, says Anne-Marie. You were the first. Carry on, says Belinda. Okay. Carry on, says Rebecca. Okay, let's carry on then. Good. Right, so this was key 5 that we've just been diving into, which is planning those stepping stones, knowing the journey that you take your client on during your challenge. Now, key 6 is about electing the essential ingredients to support and deliver your challenge. So this is how you're delivering it and things to think about. Carry on, you're loving it. You need the loo, Judy. Hold it in, cross your legs. You can do this. Okay, so I'm going to basically go through just a couple of questions with you that I want you to think about as part of today. So really the essential ingredients around your challenge are all the things that are changeable and that you can decide what's best for you. So for example, how many days do you want to deliver your challenge? How do you want to deliver your challenge? How complicated do you want your onboarding process to be for the challenge? So I'm going to take you through a few questions I want you to think about the answers because it's going to start building a little bit of clarity around this for you. So question number 1 is, how do you want to deliver your challenge? Question number 1 is, how do you want to deliver your challenge? So what I mean by that is, do you want to do live training like I have, like this? Do you want to do pre-recorded training? Maybe you want to record a little video each day that goes in and you use that for your challenge. Maybe you want to do written posts and visuals as opposed to videos, right? Because there is no rule that says you have to do Facebook Lives as part of your challenge. The first time I ever ran a challenge, Facebook Lives didn't even exist. So there were no Facebook Lives. It was all just content and written posts. So it was a written post for each day that people then took action on. Now, there is that little part which I spoke about yesterday, which is creating your connection with your soul clients. The more visible that you are, the stronger that connection will be. So you are going to connect more with your soul client on a live than you would in a written post. However, if you're an author, or if the thing that you're doing is about writing, maybe it makes sense to write it rather than going live, right? So this is also about really leaning into your strengths and knowing what you're best at. Can I please repeat the name of the key? Yes, key is elect the essential ingredients to support and deliver your challenge. By the way, at the end of this week, I'm going to give you a little PDF with each of the keys down on it. So don't worry if you haven't got them now. So step 1, how do you want to deliver your challenge? And I just want you to think to yourself, are you going to do it live? Are you going to do it pre-recorded? Are you going to do it written posts? Are you going to do it like pre-recorded with little live Q&As later on? Because the truth is, this is your challenge. You can make it suit you. So that's the first thing. You don't need to know the answer yet. I just want you to start thinking about it. The second thing is, where do you want to deliver your challenge? So I personally, yes, it can totally be a mixture, Zoe, totally. The second point is, where do you want to deliver your challenge? So I personally love Facebook groups to deliver a challenge. Why? Because it is, no one else can see it. It's only the people in the group who can see all the awesomeness that's happening in there. So if someone wants to be part of this journey, they've got to join the group, and it creates incredible connection and support, and it builds a really beautiful group. So challenges are a way to create great engagement in your group, to really create that connection and to make people feel part of something. So I personally always run my challenges in my group because I think it's a beautiful place to run them. However, you can, if you want to, yeah, exactly. I said that yesterday, didn't I? A picture paints 1,000 words, but a video paints 1,000 pictures. Exactly. Hold on, let's put me off. What was I saying? So you could, if you wanted to, if you don't have a group, some of you might be like, but Claire, I don't even have a Facebook group. That's okay. Do it on your business page. Some of you might be saying, but Claire, I don't even have a business page. I'd say do start a business page, but you could even do it on your personal profile. You could, if you wanted to, do it on Instagram. So let's say that you've got a much bigger Instagram following than you have Facebook. You could just say, well, I'm going to go do it on Instagram. So I want you to think about, where do you actually want to deliver your challenge that suits you? Personally, I would always say Facebook group, but that's not necessarily a rule. You get to choose what works best for you. Are you with me? My group is so stagnant. No, so here's the thing, Louise. If your group is stagnant, this is a really great way to inject life back into it. Actually, what I was going to talk about today, so part 1 that I was going to cover today was about engagement. I'm going to share that with you tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to talk about a bit about engagement, and we're going to talk about selling. But actually, if you've got a group but it's stagnant, a challenge will bring it back to life. Okay, so I want you to think about that. Okay, question number 3. Question number 3 is, ideally, how many days will your challenge run over? So how many days do you want to deliver your challenge? And again, this is up to you. You can make this work for you. So 3 days to 5 days is really good timing. But again, do it to suit you. It could be 2 days, it could be 6 days. You could have 2 days on, a day off, and 2 days on again. So think about, what's the way that you want to deliver this challenge that works for you? How many days do you want to run your challenge over so it feels manageable? You might say, well, the first time I run a challenge, I want to keep it as simple and as small as possible. I'm going to do 2 or 3 days. That's it as a first go. And then next time I might add on to it and make it a bit bigger. One of the things that I've done during every single challenge is we grow each challenge we do. There's no way that I could have ran a challenge like this as my first challenge, right? It would have floored me. It would have been impossible. I wasn't ready for it. So the more that you grow, the more that your challenge will grow too. And then final question for you, and then I've got something really exciting I want to share, is what are you selling at the end of your challenge and how are you selling it? Now we're going to dive into that question tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to dive into selling, we're going to dive into sales, and we're going to dive into engagement. So we've got another big day tomorrow, but we're nearly there. You're doing great. You're going strong. I'm super proud of you, and I hope you feel amazing that you've actually shown up and done this for so many days. Now, here's the thing that I just want to share, and it is a bit of a sneak peek, right? Because technically this opens tomorrow. So some of you will have been going through this challenge week. You'll have shifted into that place of going, I know I'm ready to grow my business. I know I'm ready to play at a bigger level. I know I want support so that I don't fall down all the holes and I don't take 10 years to do this. I start to get results quickly. And it might be that challenges aren't your thing, but that's okay, because challenges aren't the only thing that I teach, but you know you're ready to grow. You know you're ready to get results. So I've got a brand new mastermind that I've created. And what's really special about this mastermind is there are 2 levels of support within that. You can choose your level of support, because what I realize is that right now, there are some people who are out there who are like, Claire, I want all the support because I want to get this rocking and rolling quickly. I want to have my first 5K month 2 months from now, right? Which is possible, absolutely possible. So people at that top level are people who are like, I want all the support, I want to do this, I am 100% ready, I am jumping in, and so I'm ready to go at that top level because I want your individual help. So the top level of the mastermind means that you get one-to-one coaching with me, along with group coaching, along with all my training, along with a full experience, which is going to be amazing. But there's also a slightly lower level, and that lower level is for those of you who are going, I really need to start to get my business growing. I can't quite reach to that top level yet, but I know that if I do this and I can start to hit those first 5K months of my own by the time this is out, then that's an incredible step forward. And then maybe I'll work more on a one-to-one level. So there's also a slightly lower level, which means you don't get one-to-one support, but you get group coaching and you get a gorgeous community and you get all the training, and it's absolutely fantastic. So I've created this beautiful mastermind experience. It's a 4-month experience for women who are really ready to grow their business and who know deep in their hearts that they are ready to have that dream business, to receive the income that they deserve, to make that difference, to grow, to really own this and have the business that they've been thinking of, dreaming of, working towards for a long time. Now, here's a few things I want to share with you. Number 1, it is an investment. It absolutely is. But remember what I shared with you yesterday. If you knew without a shadow of a doubt that you could be making this investment back double, triple, quadruple, month after month after month, would that be a good investment to make? Of course it would, right? It's a no-brainer. So really think, if you know that you feel called to have support and you're really ready to do this in your business, but maybe your mind monkeys come up and you're like, oh, but I can't afford it and it's so much right now and money's really tight. I want you to check in with yourself, because yes, it's scary to make that leap sometimes. Yes, it's scary to say yes and invest in yourself. But here's what I want you to know. My masterminds are the most supported way of working with me. I've literally got you every single step of the way. And imagine what we've done together in 3 days. Imagine what you could create in 4 months together with my support, with me, like in your inbox, in those coaching sessions, all the training, the community, everything. So I'm not going to go into the mastermind. I'm going to explain it more tomorrow and next week in a little bit more detail, but I'm going to give you a sneak peek. And this is why, let me tell you why I'm giving you a sneak peek. The reason I'm giving you a sneak peek is that right now there's early bird pricing and there's early bird bonuses. And I want you, who's actually been here and shown up every day of this challenge, because that tells me that you are ready, you are so ready. I want you to have first dibs, first chance to jump into this experience with me. Spaces are limited because it is a mastermind, right? So it's not hundreds of women all showing up. This is a bespoke experience. It's a unique experience. It's a truly supported experience. At the highest level, numbers are really limited. And I've already had 3 incredible women join me before I've even opened the doors officially, right? So 3 of those places are already gone. It is an investment. It will transform your business. It will transform your life. In this mastermind, I'm sharing the strategies, the techniques, all of the to-dos and all of the hows, but we are also going deep, and I'm supporting you with the mindset and alignment big time. I am stepping into you really owning all of your value, all of your vision, and everything that you're capable of doing. And that's the magic. It's the magic of both of those parts together, the action and the alignment, that creates incredible results. And many of my clients, when they go through this process, they hit those first 5K months while we're working together, because it's possible for everyone. Okay, so that's what I want to share with you. So here's what's going to happen. In a moment, Sean's going to share the link to my website. Now, I need to share with you something about this. You might have heard me sharing this, but this week I've had huge problems with my website. It keeps crashing, right? So we're going to share with you the link to the website so you can go and read the information about it. If you want to get on a call with me, you can, to actually have a conversation if you're not sure which level you want to join at. Have a look through the page, read through it properly. There's a little video you can see on there, and there's the 2 levels. So be sure to actually look at the 2 level options. There's gold level and there's platinum level, right? Platinum is the one-to-one support. For both levels, there are payment plans because I want to make it as easy as possible for you. And there are bonuses and early bird pricing on both levels as well. What else do I need to share with you right now? If you've got a laptop, have a look at the page on a laptop because it's much easier to understand. It's all a bit squished in the, it's a little bit squished on the phone version. So if you've got a laptop, check it out on the laptop. Don't all jump in at once because you might crash it. And if it does crash, I have got a backup. So if my site crashes and you can't access it, then I can actually get you another link so you can see it somewhere else. It's not quite as pretty, but you can still get the key information, and that's really important. So this is your sneak peek, your chance to get your foot through the door before the places are gone. It's going to be an incredible experience over 4 months. To be honest, it will spread a little bit longer than 4 months because we have implementation weeks and things like that to make sure that you're not getting behind. It is about me helping you to work smarter, not harder. You don't have to run a challenge. So a challenge is one technique that I teach in there, amongst other techniques. But what we really do is we create your dream business blueprint. This is about us finding your perfect way to grow your business. This is not a paint by numbers approach. This is not a, oh, everyone just has to follow this formula. This is about me learning about you, learning about your business and going, okay, this is your plan forwards. This is how you're going to do this. This is your step-by-step perfect plan for you, for how you build your dream business based, of course, on your personality, your strengths, what you love doing, your soul clients, all these things. Chloe Gorgeous is like, I'm in. That is what credit cards are for, isn't it? Boom, Chloe. Cannot wait to have another 4 months working with you. Chloe, I am so excited to support you. Chloe's in at the top level. It's going to be incredible. And I really like that top level is really incredible, right? Because that's when we really do sit down and I see every little piece. I can get every little piece of you and every little piece of your business, which might sound a little bit scary, but it's not. It's awesome and it makes huge changes really quickly. Right, that's all I'm going to share about it for today. Go and check it out for yourself. If you know it's aligned, jump in, say yes, because just imagine what business you can have before this year is out. Like, this has been a crazy, chaotic year for so many people, right? But what if this was also the year that you truly grew your business? What if this was also the year that you saw your business as not being the expensive hobby or the thing that you're struggling with, but actually being a real business that supports you and your family and allows you to do the things that you want to in your life? What if this is your year of transformation? It is not too late to turn 2020 on its head and make it the best year ever. It is starting a couple of weeks from now. I can't remember the date straight in my head, but it's about 3 weeks from now, 2-3 weeks from now it's starting. Here's the thing though. Here's the thing, and actually I'm going to do something a little bit special that isn't even on that page. So those of you who join straight away and get in with the bonuses, you get a one-to-one before it even starts, and you get pre-work before it even starts. So you start moving forwards before we even officially begin. And for the first 5 people, this is a special bonus. I've just decided to throw it in there, so it's not even on the page, but I am promising you this. For the first 5 people who say yes, you get a 25-minute coaching call with me, which is worth £500, but actually I'm going to double it and we're going to do a 45-minute coaching call so that we really have longer to get you started before we officially start, and it's starting in about 3 weeks from now. approximately 19th of October. Yeah, that's probably about right. I'll need to check. It's not going over half term though. So those of you with kids who are thinking, I don't want it to be during half term, it's okay. It's not going to be during half term. Those of you who are thinking, but what about Christmas? It's okay. We have implementation weeks during Christmas. Like, I make sure that you can really keep up. So as I say, it's a 4-month experience, but it might be stretched to about 5 months, because actually there's implementation weeks and other things as we go to make sure that you really get a chance to do the work, to implement what we're doing, and to start getting those results for yourself. I would love for you to be the next client who's hitting those 14K months, month after month after month after month. And the truth is, you can do it. Chloe, just before your birthday, happy birthday. That'll be an awesome present. Laura, thank you for today. And here's the thing, look, if you're not ready to do this, it's okay. If you're not ready to do this, take what we've done this week. But this is the difference between, and if I'm honest, this is the difference between how long it takes you. Because of course you can do this alone, right? Of course you can build a business by yourself. It will take longer and it will be hard work. Why would you not have someone by your side who has done this and who has helped hundreds of other women do this, so that you can speed up that process, so that you don't make those mistakes that can cost you a huge amount, and have someone at your back who knows that little nudge, come on, I've got you, we're doing this, we're getting these results. Right, I'm leaving it there for today. Karen, yes, I'm sorry, I nearly forgot the task for today. Good point, Karen. The task for today is starting to plan out your pillars and buckets. It's the start point, the end point. Sean, can you pop in the link? We'll pop in the link in the Facebook group. It's coming out in the email, which will be out within the next half an hour. It's about getting clear on point A, point B, and the journey you're taking your client through. You could also, and I would love to see it, those of you who create your little plans, take a little picture and share them in the group. That would be amazing. We have got day 4 tomorrow. We've got a big day 4. Whew, I feel like I need to go and have a coffee. So day 4 is all about selling, sales, and engagement. So it's a big one. It's really important. Thank you, Sean. She's just put in the day 3 workbook. And don't forget to sign up for the masterclass on Monday, because those places are disappearing fast. Go and have an amazing evening. Wow, feel super proud of yourself, because we've been doing so much. I am super proud of you all. I just want to say massive well done for holding it this far, because this shows your commitment to your business. The fact that you're here, the fact that you're doing this work, the fact that you're putting the time aside, the fact that you're implementing it, says huge amounts about you and your ability to do this. So well done. You are on the right track. You are already winning at life. Louise, it's been great again. Thank you, Louise. Karen, you're excited for day 4. Awesome, Karen. Lindsay, thank you, gorgeous. Jenna, is there a link for your 4-month course? Yes, there is, Jenna. So 2 things. 1, it will come out in the email today. 2, I will share it in the group. And 3, Sean, I'm imagining Sean dropped it in here. It might be pinned at the top, but maybe she could pop it in again. But I did see Sean share the link for it. Jodie, thank you, gorgeous. Zoe, thank you. Right, sending you all, oh, there's a link. There's a link. So Sean's just dropped it now, so you can click and go and have a look. And if at some point, like, we'll keep our fingers crossed, if the page does drop out again, try it a little bit later. If it really does go down again, because we have been having a few issues and bugs with it, then I have got a different link that I'll be able to share with you later on. Have a look. I would love to support you during that mastermind. It is going to be absolutely an incredible experience. And I can't wait to support some of you on it. Samantha, mwah. Okay, mwah. Lots of love. Bye. See you tomorrow.